Have you ever stood on the precipice of opportunity, a dream within your grasp, only to feel an invisible hand pull you back? Have you heard the whisper of your own voice, not the one that speaks to the world, but the one that murmurs in the quiet chambers of your mind saying, "You're not ready. You're not good enough. What if you fail?" This is the echo of doubt, the phantom that haunts potential, the thief of ambition. And it is a thief we all know in varying degrees. But what if in the span of a single moon, you could begin to silence that voice, not through arrogance or pretense, but by forging a core of genuine, unshakable confidence? This isn't about puffing out your chest or feigning a bravado you don't feel. True confidence isn't loud. It's a quiet strength, a profound self-belief that emanates from within. It's the calm assurance that you can handle what life throws your way, that you possess an inner resilience, a capacity to learn, to adapt, and to grow. It's the courage to show up as your authentic self-imperfections and all, and to pursue your goals with unwavering resolve. And this power, this unshakable confidence, is not a gift bestowed upon a chosen few. It is a skill. It is a fortress built brick by brick, decision by decision, action by action. And we are about to lay the first stone on a 30-day expedition to construct yours. 30 days. Not a lifetime, but a dedicated season of focused effort, a commitment to internal transformation that can ripple out into every facet of your existence. This journey won't be passive. It will demand your engagement, your honesty, your willingness to step beyond the familiar. But the reward, a version of yourself that walks taller, speaks clearer, dreams bigger, and acts with a conviction that can move mountains. The first step, the foundation upon which all else is built, is the unwavering recognition that your current level of confidence or lack thereof is not a fixed state. It is the product of past experiences, inherited beliefs, and the stories you have told yourself. And if it was constructed, it can be reconstructed. Today, this very moment, you cease to be a prisoner of your past insecurities. You become the architect of your future self-assurance. Let this first day be a day of profound awareness. Take a quiet moment away from the noise of the world and turn your gaze inward. What are the specific situations that trigger your self-doubt? What are the recurring negative thoughts that undermine your belief in yourself? Write them down, not to dwell on them, but to expose them to the light. Fear thrives in the shadows. Drag these limiting beliefs out into the open, acknowledge their presence, but understand they are not immutable truths. They are simply old programs running in your mind, programs you now have the power to rewrite. Consider the great emancipator, Abraham Lincoln. Here was a man who faced crippling bouts of melancholy, profound self-doubt, and a string of failures that would have broken lesser spirits. Yet he rose to lead a nation through its darkest hour. His confidence was not a shield against despair, but a fire forged in it, a testament to the human capacity to find strength in vulnerability and purpose in adversity. He understood that courage wasn't the absence of fear, but the decision that something else was more important. So as you identify these fear-laden thoughts, counter them. For every negative assertion your mind offers, consciously formulate a positive, empowering affirmation. If your mind whispers, "I'm not smart enough," counter it with, "I am constantly learning and growing, and I possess unique intelligence and insights." If it says, "I always fail," declare, "Every experience is a lesson, and I am becoming more capable with each step." Write these affirmations down. Say them aloud, with conviction, with emotion. Feel the resonance of these new truths beginning to take root. This is not self-deception. It is strategic self-direction. You are deliberately choosing the thoughts that will build you up rather than those that tear you down. On this second day of your journey, let us confront the nature of fear itself. Fear is a primal instinct designed to protect us from physical harm. But in our modern world, most of the fears that hold us captive are psychological: fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears, while they feel intensely real, are often illusions, exaggerated projections of worst-case scenarios that rarely, if ever, come to pass. Dale Carnegie famously urged us to do the thing you fear to do and keep on doing it. That is the quickest and surest way ever yet discovered to conquer fear. So today, identify one small thing you've been avoiding out of fear. Perhaps it's making a phone call, speaking up in a meeting, or starting a conversation with a stranger. It doesn't have to be monumental. The goal is to take one step, however small, into the territory that fear has claimed. Before you take that step, visualize yourself performing the action successfully, feeling calm and confident. This mental rehearsal primes your mind for success. Then take a deep breath and do it. Notice the feeling afterwards. Was it as bad as you anticipated? Likely not. What you will find more often than not is a surge of relief, perhaps even exhilaration. This is the feeling of your confidence muscle getting stronger. Each time you act in defiance of fear, you reclaim a piece of your power. The third day is dedicated to the power of your physical presence. Your physiology has a profound impact on your psychology. Amy Cuddy's research on power posing demonstrated that adopting expansive, open postures can actually increase testosterone, the dominance hormone, and decrease cortisol, the stress hormone, leading to increased feelings of confidence and a greater willingness to take risks. Slumped shoulders, a downcast gaze, a hesitant posture. These signal submission and uncertainty, not just to others, but to your own subconscious. Today, make a conscious effort to carry yourself with confidence. Stand tall, pull your shoulders back, lift your chin, make eye contact. Walk with purpose. When you sit, occupy your space. These are not just outward displays. They send powerful feedback to your brain, reinforcing a state of self-assurance. Practice this throughout the day. Notice how it changes the way you feel and how it alters the way others respond to you. It may feel unnatural at first if you're used to making yourself small, but persist. You are reprogramming your body to reflect the confident individual you are becoming. This isn't about faking it till you make it. It's about embodying the state you wish to cultivate until it becomes your natural way of being. As we move into the fourth day, focus on the language you use both internally and externally. Words have power. They shape our perceptions and create our reality. Eliminate self-deprecating language from your vocabulary. Stop saying, "I can't," "I'm not sure," "I'm just..." Replace these phrases with empowering alternatives. Instead of, "I can't do this," try, "I'm still learning how to do this," or, "This is a challenge, and I'm rising to meet it." Speak with clarity and conviction. Avoid excessive apologizing for your presence or your opinions. Your voice is a reflection of your confidence. Let it be strong, steady, and assured. Pay attention to your internal monologue as well. When you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk consciously, stop and reframe the thought. Become your own inner coach, your own best cheerleader. Day 5 is about setting a small, achievable goal and accomplishing it. Confidence is built on a track record of success. Often people lose confidence because they set overwhelming, unrealistic goals, then feel like failures when they don't achieve them immediately. Today, choose one specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound SMART goal that you can complete within the day. It could be finishing a chapter of a book, completing a workout, organizing a cluttered space, or making progress on a project. The key is to experience the satisfaction of accomplishment. When you achieve that goal, acknowledge it. Celebrate it. This small win sends a powerful message to your subconscious. I am capable. I can do what I set out to do. This builds momentum, creating a positive feedback loop that fuels further success and greater confidence. On the 6th day, we embrace the principle of preparation. One of the greatest antidotes to fear and uncertainty is competence. When you know you are well prepared, your confidence naturally soars. Think about a time you had to give a presentation or take an exam. If you were thoroughly prepared, your anxiety was likely much lower than if you were winging it. Today, identify an area where you desire more confidence. What preparation can you undertake? If it's public speaking research, your topic, thoroughly practice your delivery. If it's a new skill, dedicate time to learning and mastering the fundamentals. As the Roman philosopher Seneca said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. By diligently preparing yourself, you are not just increasing your competence, you are actively manufacturing your own luck and building a solid foundation for unshakable confidence. As this first week draws to a close on day 7, dedicate time to reflection and gratitude. Look back on the small steps you've taken, the fears you've faced, the new habits you've begun to cultivate. Acknowledge your progress, no matter how incremental it may seem. Gratitude for your efforts and your small victories amplifies their positive impact. Recognize that this journey is a process, not a destination. You are laying the groundwork, strengthening the internal pillars that will support a towering edifice of self-belief. This initial phase has been about awakening your awareness, challenging old patterns, and taking those first crucial steps out of the shadows of doubt. You have begun to consciously choose confidence, and that choice, repeated daily, is the very essence of this transformation. The seed of unshakable confidence has been planted. Now we must nurture it, water it, with consistent action, and watch it grow. The second week of our 30-day pilgrimage into the heart of confidence begins by deepening our understanding of courage. Courage isn't the absence of trembling knees. It's taking the next step even when they're shaking. On day 8, your task is to consciously expand your comfort zone. Identify something that feels slightly intimidating, a little beyond your current reach, but not overwhelmingly terrifying. It could be volunteering to lead a small part of a project, initiating a conversation about a difficult topic, or trying a new activity you've always been curious about but hesitant to explore. The edge of your comfort zone is where growth happens. Each time you stretch beyond it, your comfort zone expands, and with it, your confidence. Remember Theodore Roosevelt's powerful words, "It is not the critic who counts. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and free blood." Today, step into your arena. Day 9 focuses on the incredible power of learning from your mistakes. Many people equate mistakes with failure and allow them to erode their confidence. But a mistake is simply an outcome, an opportunity for feedback, a lesson in disguise. Thomas Edison, when asked about his thousands of failed attempts to create the light bulb, didn't see them as failures. He saw them as discoveries of what didn't work, each one bringing him closer to what would. Today, reflect on a past mistake. Instead of berating yourself, analyze it objectively. What can you learn from it? How can that lesson make you stronger, wiser, more effective in the future? Adopt the mindset of a scientist. Every experiment, whether it yields the expected result or not, provides valuable data. When you reframe mistakes as learning opportunities, they lose their power to diminish your confidence and instead become stepping stones on your path to mastery. As we reach day 10, it's time to cultivate the art of positive visualization with greater intensity. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Champions in sports, world-class performers, and successful leaders have long used this technique to program themselves for success. Dedicate at least 10 to 15 minutes today to vividly imagining yourself succeeding in an area where you desire more confidence. Don't just see it, feel it. Engage all your senses. What does it look like? What sounds do you hear? What emotions are you experiencing? The thrill of accomplishment, the calm assurance of competence. The more detailed and emotionally charged your visualization, the more powerful its effect. You are creating a mental blueprint for success, making it familiar and achievable in your mind, which will translate into more confident action in your reality. Day 11 is about harnessing the power of your unique strengths. So often we focus on our weaknesses, trying to fix what we perceive as broken. While self-improvement is important, true confidence blossoms when you recognize, own, and leverage your inherent talents and strengths. What are you naturally good at? What activities make you feel energized and engaged? What compliments do you frequently receive? Make a list of your strengths today. For each strength, think about how you can use it more consciously and effectively in your daily life, especially in situations that challenge your confidence. When you operate from a place of strength, you are more effective, more authentic, and naturally more confident. As Peter Drucker advised, build on your strengths, make your weaknesses irrelevant. On day 12, we address the crucial skill of managing internal criticism. That negative inner voice, the inner critic, can be relentless, undermining your efforts and sabotaging your confidence. Today, your practice is to become an observer of this voice. When it arises, don't fuse with it. Don't believe its pronouncements as absolute truth. Instead, acknowledge it almost as if it's a separate entity. Ah, there's my inner critic again. Then challenge its assertions. Is it speaking from fact or from fear? Is its criticism constructive or merely destructive? You can even give it a name, perhaps a slightly comical one, to diminish its power over you. Then consciously replace its negative messages with the positive affirmations you've been cultivating. You are learning to be the master of your inner dialogue, not its victim. Day 13. Seek out and absorb inspiration. Confidence is contagious, and so is inspiration. Today, immerse yourself in stories of individuals who have overcome adversity and achieved great things despite their own doubts and fears. Read biographies, watch documentaries, listen to interviews. Focus on people who resonate with you, whose journeys inspire you to aim higher. Notice their mindsets, their perseverance, their belief in their vision. Let their stories remind you of the incredible potential that lies within the human spirit, and therefore within you. Inspiration is fuel for the soul. It can reignite your motivation when your own reserves are low and reinforce your belief that you too can achieve unshakable confidence. As we close this second week on day 14, it's time to review and celebrate your growth. Take stock of the past 7 days. What challenges did you meet? What fears did you act in spite of? What new insights did you gain? What strengths did you leverage? Acknowledge every victory, however small. Perhaps you spoke up when you normally would have stayed silent. Perhaps you started a task you'd been dreading. Perhaps you handled a mistake with grace and learned from it. These are not insignificant achievements. They are the building blocks of your new confident self. Treat yourself to a small reward for your efforts. This positive reinforcement strengthens the new neural pathways you are creating. You are proving to yourself action by action that you are capable of profound change. The momentum is building. The transformation is deepening. Now entering the 3rd week, our focus shifts towards projecting that burgeoning inner confidence outward, particularly in our interactions with others. Day 15 is dedicated to the art of confident communication, a cornerstone of Dale Carnegie's philosophy. This isn't just about what you say, but how you say it. Practice speaking clearly at a moderate pace and with vocal variety. Avoid fillers like and by pausing to gather your thoughts. Make eye contact when you speak, and when you listen, it conveys sincerity and self-assurance. Pay attention to your body language. Maintain an open, engaged posture. Today, in every conversation, strive to communicate with this mindful, confident presence. You'll notice not only a shift in how others perceive you, but also a reinforcement of your own feelings of self-possession. Day 16. Master the skill of active listening. True confidence isn't about dominating conversations. It's about having the quiet assurance to genuinely hear and understand others. So often we listen merely to reply, not to comprehend. Today, practice active listening. When someone is speaking, give them your full attention. Don't interrupt. Don't be formulating your response in your head. Instead, focus on understanding their message, their emotions, their perspective. Ask clarifying questions. Paraphrase what you've heard to ensure understanding. Dale Carnegie taught that making others feel important is a key to influence. Active listening is one of the most powerful ways to make someone feel heard, respected, and valued. And paradoxically, when you focus on truly understanding others, your own confidence in your ability to connect and communicate effectively grows. On day 17, we confront the fear of judgment and criticism. No matter how confident you become, you cannot control how others perceive you or what they might say, but you can control how you respond. Today, if you encounter criticism, practice detaching from the emotional sting. First, consider the source. Is it constructive feedback from someone you respect or an uninformed opinion? If it's constructive, look for the kernel of truth and use it to learn and grow. If it's not, practice letting it go without allowing it to diminish your self-worth. Remember, people's judgments are often more a reflection of their own insecurities and biases than they are of you. Unshakable confidence means your sense of self is not dependent on external validation. You are building an internal locus of control. Day 18 is about contribution and service. One of the most profound ways to build authentic confidence is to focus on helping others. When you contribute your time, skills, or resources to a cause greater than yourself, or when you simply help someone in need, you experience a sense of purpose and efficacy. This shifts your focus from your own anxieties to the positive impact you can have. Today, find an opportunity to help someone or contribute to your community. It could be mentoring a colleague, volunteering for an hour, or simply offering a kind word and a helping hand to a neighbor. The feeling of making a difference, however small, is a powerful confidence booster. It reinforces your value and your capacity to affect positive change. As we reach day 19, it's time to cultivate your network of support. Confidence isn't built in isolation. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people who believe in you and encourage your growth is crucial. Conversely, negative or critical individuals can drain your energy and undermine your self-belief. Today, make a conscious effort to connect with the uplifting people in your life. Reach out to a mentor, a supportive friend, or a positive family member. Share your progress on this confidence journey. At the same time, begin to create healthy boundaries with or distance yourself from those who consistently bring you down. Your environment plays a significant role in nurturing your confidence. Curate it wisely. Day 20. Embrace imperfection. The pursuit of perfection is a major confidence killer. It sets an impossible standard and leads to constant self-criticism and fear of failure. Unshakable confidence is not about being flawless. It's about accepting your humanity, your imperfections, and still valuing yourself. It's about understanding that done is often better than perfect. Today, give yourself permission to be imperfect. If you're working on a task, focus on doing your best, not on achieving an unattainable ideal. If you make a mistake, acknowledge it, learn from it, and move on without dwelling on it. True confidence coexists with an acceptance of your own fallibility. It's about progress, not perfection. Closing this third transformative week on day 21, we consolidate our gains by practicing self-compassion. Often we are our own harshest critics. We would never speak to a friend the way we sometimes speak to ourselves. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and support you would offer a good friend who is struggling. Today, if you find yourself feeling inadequate or self-critical, pause and offer yourself words of encouragement and understanding. Acknowledge that it's okay to struggle, that everyone faces challenges. Remind yourself of your strengths and your progress. This practice of self-kindness is not self-pity. It is a vital component of resilience and a cornerstone of genuine, lasting confidence. You are learning to be your own staunchest ally. The roots of your confidence are now spreading wider and deeper. We now embark upon the final phase of this 30-day immersion, a phase dedicated to solidifying your newfound confidence and ensuring it becomes not just a temporary state, but an enduring trait. Day 22 is about building resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity. Life will inevitably present challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. Unshakable confidence doesn't mean you won't get knocked down. It means you have the strength and the mindset to get back up, learn from the experience, and continue moving forward. Today, reflect on a past challenge you overcame. What strengths did you draw upon? What did you learn about yourself? Recognize that you have an innate capacity for resilience. Cultivate an optimistic, explanatory style when setbacks occur. View them as temporary, specific, and external, rather than permanent, pervasive, and personal. This mental framing is crucial for maintaining your confidence in the face of difficulty. Day 23. Set a bold, inspiring goal. Your confidence has grown through taking small, consistent actions and achieving manageable objectives. Now it's time to stretch yourself further. What is a goal that truly excites you? Something that would represent a significant step forward in your life or career. Something that might have seemed impossible 30 days ago. Define this goal clearly. Break it down into actionable steps. The act of setting a challenging goal and believing in your ability to pursue it is a powerful affirmation of your confidence. This isn't about immediate attainment. It's about embracing the journey of growth and striving for something that truly matters to you, fueled by your expanding self-belief. On day 24, we reinforce the power of habit. Confidence is not just built, it's maintained through consistent positive habits. Review the practices you've been cultivating over the past 3 weeks. Positive affirmations acting in spite of fear, mindful posture, empowering language, celebrating small wins, preparation, learning from mistakes, visualization, leveraging strengths, managing the inner critic, seeking inspiration, confident communication, active listening, handling, criticism, contribution, nurturing supportive relationships, embracing imperfection and self-compassion. Identify which of these have been most impactful for you. Today, commit to integrating at least 3 of these into your daily routine moving forward, making them non-negotiable parts of your life. Lasting confidence is the result of ingrained habits of thought and action. Day 25 is dedicated to authenticity. True, unshakable confidence comes from being unapologetically yourself. When you try to be someone you're not, or when you hide your true thoughts and feelings to gain approval, you create an inner conflict that erodes your self-assurance. Today, practice expressing your authentic self. Share an honest opinion respectfully. Pursue an interest that genuinely excites you regardless of what others might think. Make decisions that align with your core values. The more you live in alignment with your true self, the more congruent and confident you will feel. Your unique perspective, your unique talents, your unique story, these are the sources of your deepest strength. Own them. Day 26. Practice gratitude at a deeper level. We touched on gratitude earlier, but now let it permeate your being. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to the abundance you already possess. Not just material possessions, but your health, your relationships, your skills, your opportunities, the very air you breathe. Today, keep a gratitude journal. Write down at least 10 things you are grateful for and really feel the emotion of appreciation for each one. When you cultivate a profound sense of gratitude, you create a fertile ground for confidence to flourish. It reminds you of your inherent worth and the richness of your life, making external validation less necessary. A grateful heart is a confident heart. On day 27, we focus on the future and the ongoing nature of confidence. Unshakable confidence isn't a final destination you reach and then passively possess. It's a dynamic living quality that requires continuous nurturing and practice. Today, visualize yourself 6 months a year, 5 years from now, living with this deep, abiding confidence. How does it impact your choices, your relationships, your achievements? Create a compelling vision for your confident future. Understand that the skills and mindsets you've developed over these 30 days are tools you can use for the rest of your life in any situation to continually build and reinforce your self-assurance. This journey doesn't end on day 30. It marks the beginning of a new way of living. Day 28. Teach or share what you've learned. One of the most effective ways to solidify your own understanding and confidence in a subject is to explain it to someone else. Today, find an opportunity to share some of the principles or techniques you've learned on this 30-day journey with a friend, a family member, or a colleague who might benefit. You don't need to be an expert. Simply share your experiences, your insights, what has worked for you. The act of articulating these concepts will deepen your own mastery and reinforce your identity as a confident individual. It also allows you to contribute to the growth of others, which, as we know, is a powerful confidence builder in itself. As we approach the culmination of this journey, day 29 is about embracing leadership in your own life. Leadership isn't just about titles or managing teams. It's about taking responsibility for your life, your choices, and your impact. It's about influencing your circumstances rather than being a victim of them. Unshakable confidence empowers you to lead yourself effectively and, by extension, to positively influence those around you. Today, identify one area of your life where you can step up and take greater ownership. Make a decision you've been deferring, or initiate a positive change. Claim your role as the leader of your own destiny. This assertion of personal agency is a profound expression of self-confidence. And now, on this 30th day, we stand at a new beginning. Look back at the person you were when you embarked on this path. Acknowledge the transformation, the growth, the inner shifts that have occurred. The fears faced, the challenges overcome, the strengths rediscovered, the empowering habits formed. This journey was designed to awaken and build the unshakable confidence that has always resided within you, perhaps buried beneath layers of doubt and conditioning. Today is a day of profound celebration and integration. Celebrate not just the completion of these 30 days, but the emergence of a more confident, resilient, and authentic you. This unshakable confidence is now a part of your DNA. It's in the way you walk, the way you speak, the way you think, the way you approach the opportunities and challenges of life. It is not an arrogant pride, but a quiet, steadfast belief in your inherent worth and your capacity to navigate the world with courage and grace. You have learned that confidence is not a passive state, but an active choice, a muscle that grows stronger with consistent effort. The tools and insights gained here are not meant to be put away on a shelf. They are your companions for life. Continue to practice them. Continue to stretch your comfort zone. Continue to learn from your experiences. Continue to live authentically and with purpose. The world needs your unique talents, your unique voice, your unique contribution, and your unshakable confidence is the key that unlocks your ability to share those gifts fully. Remember the words of Dale Carnegie. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. You have spent 30 days getting busy, taking action, and the seeds of courage have blossomed into a formidable strength. This is not an ending, but a commencement. You have unlocked a power within you that can propel you to heights you once only dreamed of. Go forth with this newfound conviction. Face your challenges with a steady gaze. Embrace your opportunities with an open heart. Build the life you were meant to live, a life rich in purpose and contribution, and in the quiet, unshakable confidence that you are and always will be enough. The journey continues, and you, my friend, are now equipped to walk it with your head held high, your spirit strong, and your potential limitless. Your most confident chapter starts now.